Hey, it's Alexis, and I've been seeing everybody make this video. I just got to thinking to myself that I don't think I've rated a book 5 stars since July of 2023, and that was quite a while ago. So I think I'm going to film This Video Ends When I Find a 5-Star Read, because it's been forever. And what better way to start this video off than by reading The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin. Because I've been seeing a lot of people rate this book very highly, so hopefully I feel the same. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this video. So when I started this, I was assuming that A.J. Fikry was like an old man, because the way he was acting. He's acting all grumpy and like he was fed up with his life and stuff like that. But it turns out he's only 39. And he's just a grumpy person because of things that he's gone through in his life. And I don't know how I feel about him. I feel like I might end up liking him later on, but right now I don't know how I feel about him. But so far the story is going well. I just made it to page 28. So let's keep reading and see what happens. So I finished this book this morning and I did enjoy it, but I feel like I now have, ooh, camera's falling over. I feel like I have a few more questions than I do answers. This one was a 4 stars and not 5. So, time to start our next one. But also, I do recommend this one. So, you should read it. But I think for our next one, I don't really know what kind of mood I'm in. So, I'm trying to decide if I want to read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, or if I want to read Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. So I'll come back to you with an update once I decide which book I'm starting next. I think I decided on Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I feel like I'm more in a romancy mood than I am a fantasy mood. So we're gonna go ahead and start this book and see if it's our next 5-star read. I'm on page 16 of this book, and, well, the language that her 12 and 14-year-old sister are saying is, like, wild. I've never heard anyone talk like this before. It's kind of funny, but it's also one of those what the heck kind of things. And I'm starting to see why people didn't really like this book. I think it's really weird so far. But I'm not even all the way through chapter 1 yet, so we're going to keep going. Okay, I just finished this book, and I'm going to give it probably 4. I really enjoyed my time reading this, and I'm like so glad I did, because after reading reviews and seeing what other people had to say about it, I was kind of scared. But I had a really good time. There was parts of it that were really weird, and I was like, what's happening? But yeah, I honestly really enjoyed this, so I gave it 4 stars. But it wasn't 5, so we have to keep going. The next book that I'm going to read is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I have rated one of her books 5 stars before. The Love Hypothesis, I rated that one 5 stars. And I've heard amazing things about this one. So hopefully this one is a 5 stars. But we'll see. So I'm about to start this one. Okay, I just finished reading this. And I liked it. But there were parts of it that I feel like we could have done without. So I think I'm gonna settle on a 3.5 for this. But I liked it for the most part. I had a problem with both main characters. Yeah, I'll talk more about this in like my monthly wrap up. Time for the next. I think I'm gonna start All We Were Promised by Ashton Lattimore. Okay, so I decided I'm going to stop reading this one for now. It's not a complete DNF, like at all, but I'm not in the right mindset to read this one right now. I'm going to pick a different one. We're about to start reading Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I have so many feelings about this book. I think I'm going to talk a lot more about this in my reading wrap up for the month, but I'm going to say right now that I was absolutely loving this book until probably the last 120 pages or so. And then just so much happened. I think my rating is going to be a 3.5. And I'm sure that's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. And I'm sorry. I wanted so bad for this to be my 5-star read. But we still don't have a 5-star yet. So, and I think I decided that Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies is going to be my next read. Because I've heard amazing things about this one as well. So hopefully this one will be our 5-star. Okay, so the last update that I gave, I said I was going to start this one. And I started it. I read 5 pages of it and realized I was not in the mood for this. And there was a lot of words. I don't know if they were places or names or what, but I didn't know what they were. And it was kind of like making me mad that I didn't know how to pronounce anything. And so it just made me not want to read it. So gave up on this one for now. Probably try again later on. But instead I went ahead and read this one. I literally just finished it. And I read this on my Kindle. And when I opened it on my Kindle, I had apparently started this like years ago. And I was like on page 30. So I went ahead and started over. This is basically the origin story of why Beast was a beast in Beauty and the Beast. It was kind of a crazy story. I thought it was okay. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I'm definitely gonna continue the series. I don't know what I'm reading next. I don't know for sure which one I'm reading, but it's either gonna be Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan or Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. And honestly, I think I'm leaning more towards this one. I'm just gonna do it. Next book I'm gonna read is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I decided to wait on that one because I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. So then I decided to pick up My Epic Spring Breakup by Kristen Rockaway. I don't even know why I'm reading this one right now because I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star. But anyway, we're on page 63 of this one. So I'm hoping to finish this one today. And then I'm going to read Happily Ever After by Melissa John because I really liked the first one in the series. So I'm hoping I'll like this one. Okay, I just finished My Epic Spring Breakup by Kristen Rockaway. It was cute. I don't know if I was fully the intended audience, but I did enjoy it for what it was. I think I'm gonna settle on probably a 3 stars. It was 234 pages and it was just a really cute little story. And we are about to start Happily Ever After by Melissa John. Alright, I just wanted to say that I just finished Happily Ever After by Melissa John. I enjoyed being back in the world and like seeing the characters again from the first one. But I feel like, what was her name again? Callie. I feel like Callie was too immature and that the communication trope was overused. Or the miscommunication trope, I mean. It was like way overused and she was taking things out of context and getting worked up about it and then not letting him explain and then being mad that he was mad. It was crazy. So I could have done without all that, but otherwise I did enjoy the story. And I think I'm going to stick with 3 stars for this one. I think that the next one I'm going to read is Tuesdays with Morrie. I read this when I was a sophomore in high school. A freshman or sophomore. This was like the summer reading book. And I remember that I really enjoyed it. So I want to read it again. So I think I'm about to start this one. And we'll see if this is our next 5-star or not. I just finished Tuesdays with Morrie, and I'm not giving this one a rating since it is a memoir. So this was not our 5-star read, but I do highly recommend this book for everyone to read. It is kind of sad though, so be prepared to cry. And I think that the next book that I'm going to read is going to be The Upside of Falling by Alex Light. I just finished The Upside of Falling by Alex Light, and this one was really cute. It is a Wattpad book, so take that how you will, but I actually had an enjoyable time reading this, and I was invested in this story. I ended up giving this a 3.5 stars, so this is still not our 5-star read. So I'm not sure what book I'm going to read next. I keep looking at my April TBR, but I can't decide. I want to read all of them at the same time. So I'll come back when I finally have an update on our next read. It's been 2 days since I filmed the last clip, so I haven't read anything in a couple days. But I decided that my next book that I'm going to pick up is going to be Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've really enjoyed The Naturals, which was book 1 in the series, so maybe this will be our 5-star. So I just finished reading Killer Instinct. That book was so good, guys. I thought the first one was good, but that one had me on the edge of my seat, the entire time I was reading it. I thought that I had this killer thing figured out, 10 different times. Please read this series. Just please read the Natural series. That's only book 2. There's 2 more to go, and please read it. Anyway, I ended up giving it a 4.5 stars, so it's still not our 5-star read, but that was a lot, mentally for me. So I'm going to now start Happily Never After by Lynn Painter because I need something light and fluffy. So this is going to be our next read. Okay, so why in every romance book does there have to be the 3rd act conflict? Why? Why can't they just be happy? I got this much left of the book, and they just had the big conflict thing. Yeah, I just got to page 230, so what the heck. Got 58 more pages. This is stupid. I just hate the 3rd act conflict. Why can't they just be happy for once? Anyway, let's get back to reading. I don't even know what to say. The third act conflict is so stupid. Like, I understand why it happened. Well, kind of. Not really. But I understand what she's trying to get at. But why? What's the point of the conflict? I don't get it. Why can't people just be happy? Romance books are supposed to be like happiness and love and... Romance books are my favorite genre, but they annoy me. I don't even know if that made any sense, but it made sense in my head. That quote, man. He said, you have to get hurt to get the good stuff. Like, talking about getting cheated on and all that, like, oh my god, I never thought about it like that. You have to get hurt to get the good stuff. That's a good quote. Okay, I just finished this book, Happily Never After by Lynn Painter, and it's a really cute rom-com, like literal rom-com. I'm giving it 4 stars, so this is still not a 5-star read, so yeah. But I think that the next one I'm going to start is Time Bomb by Joelle Carbonu. So let's see if this is going to be our 5-star read. I'm on page 297, and something just happened. Like, what? 40 something pages from the end. So let's see what happens. Okay, I finished it. Found out who did it. Found out why they did it. Let's just say I didn't see that coming. Anyway, just finished Time Bomb by Joelle Carbonu, and I think I'm giving it a 3.5 stars. It was a good time, but I also didn't really like the third person / first person point of view. It kept switching between the two. But yeah, I'm gonna give this a 3.5 stars. I think that the next book I'm gonna read is gonna be Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I've been hearing great things about this one, so hopefully this one will be our 5-star read. I am really enjoying this book so far. I am on page 203, so I'm about halfway through it, and I really am enjoying it. I don't know why I took such long of a break between reading it, because I was having a good time, but anyway. Why can't every guy be a Justin? He's just so sweet. I really like this book. And I really like Justin. He might be my favorite book boyfriend ever, even though they're like, I don't know if they're fake dating or real dating or what, but he might be my favorite book boyfriend I've ever read. He's so sweet. He needs to be saved at all costs. I finished this book this morning, and this is our 5-star book of the video, and I'm so excited. This book is really, really good. Justin is the best book boyfriend, and he needs to be protected at all costs. That's all I'm gonna say. Please read this book. It is an interconnected standalone, to Part of Your World and Yours Truly. I haven't read those, but the characters from those books do make an appearance. I knew who the characters were from seeing other people talk about the books, but I haven't read them yet, but it didn't really like spoil anything for me for the other books or anything, so you can totally just jump into this one if you haven't read the other ones either. And I really enjoyed this. But I guess that means that the video's over now since I found the 5-star read. So I ended up reading a total of 13 books in this video. I just had a great time filming this video, and maybe I'll do it again sometime. These were the 13 books that I read during this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.